Every January, thrift stores and donation centers are overflowing with holiday gifts that people just didn't want. This clutter doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It often enters our homes disguised as a well-meaning gift. So today, I'm going to break down the top 6 gifts that people get rid of right after the holidays, how much they typically spent, and most importantly, what to give instead so you're not accidentally contributing to someone's clutter. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Flora Sage, certified simplification coach and 7-time author. And for over 28 years, I've been helping women like you align into a life and a business that you are wildly obsessed with by helping you clear out the 9 types of clutter, keeping you from enjoying the life that you have worked so hard to build. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know every single time an episode is released. And let's get right into it. Number 1 of the top 6 gifts that people donate pretty much immediately after the holidays is clothing and apparel. This is the number 1 most returned gift every single year. Think holiday sweaters, holiday pajamas, scarves, shirts in the completely wrong size. Usually people spend anywhere between $20 and $80 on average. Yes, that can be wildly different depending on your tastes and of course where you shop. Why this type of gift becomes clutter. Clothing is a very deeply personal item. The size, the cut, the style, the color. If it's just slightly off, it usually will just sit there if the person really isn't just completely into that particular type or piece of clothing. So what to give instead? If you really want to give someone a piece of clothing or like a sweater that you saw, take a picture of the sweater, get a gift card for roughly a little bit more than what that sweater cost, and give them the gift card with a photo and say, hey, I was going to get you this. Wasn't sure if this was your vibe, but if you like it, here's a gift card for that. If you don't like it, here's the gift card for you to use at that store to get whatever you want. And this shows that you put some thought into it. You took a picture, you gave them the amount. So if they're like, oh yeah, this is really cute, I would totally like wear this, then they can go and they can find it. If not, then they can go pick something that they're actually going to wear. This is a fabulous way to give a gift with intention and not contribute to someone's clothing clutter. Moving on to number 2 of 6. Shoes. So I want you to think of slippers, boots, heels, sneakers, all that type of gift. This is actually the second most returned holiday gift. The cost between footwear typically ranges between $30 for like a pair of slippers, all the way up to several $100s and above, again, just depending on where you're doing your shopping. Why this becomes clutter is, again, it's because the fit and the comfort are almost near impossible to guess. Most people would rather return them than pretend that they fit, because anybody knows if you've worn an ill-fitting shoe, it is so painful and it is not pleasurable. So what do you give for a gift instead of footwear? Experiences. This is one of my favorite gifts to give. Experiences are something like movie tickets or taking someone to a movie. It could be a spa gift card. It could be a massage gift card. It could be a dinner out. It could be dinner and a show. There's all kinds of experiences that you can purchase or that you can gift to a person that just really brings in such the holiday spirit. And the cool thing is that an experience will always fit. All right, now that brings us to number 3 of the 6 top things that people return after the holidays. And this is home decor and housewares. I want you to think candles, picture frames, generic wall art, throw blankets, decorative items that don't match the style or the space or the vibe of the person that you're giving it to. The cost of this ranges wildly, anywhere from $10 up to several hundred, again, depending on where you shop. Why this becomes clutter? Well, aesthetic mismatches become clutter overnight, truly. Even well-meaning decor can feel like an obligation for someone, especially if you are like very close to that person, you're in maybe their inner circle, and they give you this random item that doesn't match your aesthetic at all, but you feel obligated to then display it whenever they come over, and then you've got that guilt associated with it, and you're like, oh, I'm keeping this, but I don't like it, but if I don't keep it and display it, then they're gonna be mad, and it's just this whole hullabaloo of all the things. So what to give instead of home decor? Another one of my favorites, consumables. Good chocolate, high quality tea, or specialty coffee. One of my favorites also is honey, for the people that I know that consume honey. So just taking a few minutes to just ask your people, hey, what are your favorite snacks? What are your favorite sweet treats? What are your favorite specialty treats that you only give yourself permission to kind of eat these every once in a while? Just a little bit of asking can go so far when it comes to giving gifts. Now, the cool thing also about consumables is they have a built-in expiration date. So if you buy it for them, they don't end up eating it. Maybe they just don't like it, or maybe they're on a diet or whatever, and it expires, then they're not going to feel guilty about throwing it away, usually. All right, that brings us to number 4 of the top 6 gifts that people return or get rid of after the holidays, and that is beauty and personal care items. I want you to think fragrance sets, lotion bundles, bath bombs, skincare kits, makeup palettes with colors that honestly nobody really asked for. These typically range from about $10 up to, again, several hundred. Why this becomes clutter is because most people have very specific scent preferences and very specific skin needs. So what works for one person might not work for another. And also with all the different variables that come with makeups and perfumes and lotions, this truly, truly, truly ends up becoming one of those things that usually ends up in a landfill, because a lot of donation places will not accept hygiene type items. So what to give instead? This is easy, just a simple high quality hand cream that is unscented, or a really simple lip balm. Most people that I know put on lip balm before they go to bed. So again, make sure that if you do have any type of scent or flavoring in the lip balm, that they do prefer that type of scent or flavoring, like mint or orange or vanilla. If you don't know, just try to go scentless or flavorless. Or you could also just give a small gift card to their go-to beauty store. That brings us to number 5 is electronics and gadgets. I want you to think Bluetooth speakers, random kitchen gadgets, fitness trackers, novelty tech that seems really cool when you're shopping and you're seeing it at the end cap at Target. These typically range anywhere from $30 up to, again, several $100s or more. And why this becomes clutter is because it's either too complicated for people to use, it's redundant because they already have one, or it's not something that they would genuinely use on a daily basis. So what do you give instead of this? The easy one is digital gifts. You could do audiobook credits if you know the person is an audiobook person. You could give streaming subscriptions. You could do a month of your favorite app. These gifts, when you give a digital gift, there's no clutter, there's no cords, and best of all, there's no guilt. Now, this brings us to number 6 of the top 6 most returned items after the holidays. And you're probably guessing what this one is already. It's novelty and gag gifts. I want you to think like yodeling pickles or reindeer shot glass sets, silly mugs, towels with funny jokes that are only funny for like 10 seconds. Those usually end up in the donation center immediately. Now, the cost of these things typically are between $5 up to about $30, $35, or $40. And why this becomes clutter is because they're funny for a moment, but they're useless forever. So what do you give instead of a good gag gift? Now, okay, there's some situations that require a gag gift. Like if you do a white elephant and the intention of it is to have it be a gag gift, try to go to a thrift store and see if you can find a gag gift there. If you absolutely are going to buy one, make sure that you spend as least amount of money as possible. If it's not an actual gag gift type gift exchange, give an actual thought out gift. Ask the person what they want, ask what they need. If you end up at their house, typically there's probably a friend or family member. Look around, see what they're actively using for lotions and potions and notions and whatnot. What types of jams do they like? What types of consumables? What types of scents are they using that you see that they're actually using this particular thing? Take a picture of it, go to the store, find it, and give them something that they're actually already using. Or, and I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, you could write just a nice card or a nice letter sharing one of your favorite memories that you have with and about that person. When you do this, chances are they're probably not going to donate or get rid of that particular card or that thing that you've given them because it's well thought out. So now that you've heard the top 6 most returned or donated items, which one have you yourself given? Clothing and apparel, shoes or footwear, home decor and housewares, beauty and personal care, electronics and gadgets, or novelty and gag gifts? Go ahead and post it in the comments below. I would love to see which one that you have gifted and or which one you have donated directly after the holidays. Remember that gifts become clutter when we buy out of obligation, when we buy out of pressure, when we buy out of panic. Thoughtful, intentional, consumable, or experience-based gifts never become clutter. Those types of gifts create memories, not messes. So this season, give someone something that won't end up in a donation bin by the end of December. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and hit that notification bell so you know every single time an episode is released. And I will see you back here in the next video.